And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another weekend edition of the PiGosaur Monday number 7, your weekly dose of Pig and Stegosaurus StarCraft. Let's go. I'm of course Show's Live VIP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, the people in the chats, and by my plushies as well. Welcome, welcome one and all. The bracket is live, the bracket is stacked. We have a full round of 32, even more than that. And we have our first matchup. We have our first series of the day, and spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the American Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Root Gaming. It is Creature. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player, representing himself, or representing Gen G Esports from the land of South Korea. It is Trap. Let us go. And if you're in the chat, get your gambler going, because predictions are open. Place your bets on who you believe will take the series. Best of luck in the chat. Ooh, as we do settle in. Coming into this, of course, there is a heavy favorite. There is Trap coming in as the heavy hitter here in this portion of the bracket. But a shout out to Creature, because Creature is a player that we haven't casted in a couple of months. It has been a while. Creature, there was a period in time, I want to say around the start of the year, where he started playing in OSC events. He started playing in OSC King of the Hill and other OSC related tournaments, which is really exciting considering Creature used to be a much more competitive and much more active player many years ago. Creature, he's an old school pro player from way back in the day. He's been semi-active in recent years or in recent months, and Creature is playing in the most recent, or in the up-and-coming, Cheesadelphia. Cheesadelphia, papi. A big LAN event is happening at the end of the year in the Americas. And of course, if you recall, we actually casted the last Cheese. We casted, I don't know if we're casting the next one, just to preface, but we casted the most recent Cheesadelphia. We were, of course, featuring in there for Dolan. Dolan was there, Epic was there, alongside many other NA players. Starkiller made his return after a long hiatus as well. It was great to see Starkiller. Creature was there as well, alongside, oh god, what's his name? Disrespect, that's it, Disrespect, and many other players. So it was a lot of fun casting Cheesadelphia, of course, and I do want to showcase Creature while I can as well. Also, it was recently announced a couple of days ago, I should emphasize this as well, I don't think we brought it up on stream, but Dolan did end up leaving the Cranky Ducklings a couple of days ago, and of course it was mutual. You know, we have a little love for Dolan, always, even a lot of our ex-Cranky Ducklings like Patty Mac and Vindicta, as well as Dolan now as well. We have a little love for, we always support. I think even last night we raided Vindicta, of course, so no ill will whatsoever, but Dolan will soon announce his new team, his new endeavors. Dolan, he has found a new place to call home, and we are more than happy to allow for that as well. And also, along those lines, more than happy to support him and to cast him as well in the potential up-and-coming Cheesadelphia, where Creature would be there as well. He is going to be at that event, so, oh boy. This is going to be a bit of a, I would say, kind of like a tease here of what's to come. Creature, I even asked him earlier, I did ask him like, yo, are you going to be at Cheese? You know, what's going on? And he's like, yo, I'm going to try and be as active as possible. I am practicing. I'm using tournaments like this to practice and prepare for Cheesadelphia. Oh boy. Here we go. So now the Stalkers, they do poke in, they do threaten the natural base. Creature, he is ready, does a shield battery, he has his natural base of course as well. Both players have expanded. We do see that Trap, he is being hyper aggressive. He doesn't just open up double Stalker, that is a third and fourth Stalker on the way. So Trap is going to be the aggressor, Trap is going to gain momentum here, and we'll see if he can break the defenses of Creature. Creature back at him, second shield battery. Okay, taking this very seriously. He did spot the other two Stalkers with the hallucination, he is aware, and we'll see if he can hold on. We'll see if he can hold on. That's 4 Stalkers pushing in towards that natural so far. Draining a lot of the shields here from the shield battery. There is going to be an NG overcharge available here to keep things going, though. Oh! So now, oh my, the force fields, not bad, but the Stalkers, they do slip away. A little bit misplaced. That was 3 force fields, and not a single Stalker goes down. And with that, Trap, he gets away, and he walks away quite content as well. Didn't kill anything, but he did waste some energy on these sentries. Did waste the energy. Do have a scout into the main. Is going to be a Twilight Council opener into Blink here for a Creature. Likewise, back across the map, Blink also on the way for Trap. Both players working in the same direction. Both players working towards Blink. Here we go. So we are going to be settling in. Here we go. As we do see Trap setting up a potential proxy location. Yep, to reinforce. Gateway has been thrown down. And with that, how many gates, you might ask? We have so far 2 gates back at home, 1 gate proxied across the map. I would not be surprised if a 4th gateway gets thrown down as well. And this may just be a 2-base, 4-gate all-in. Ooh, Creature is expanding. Creature does not know how much danger he's in. He doesn't know yet. Does not know yet. Hallucination is moving out for a scout. Trap, he's setting up his own expansion, but this is going to be far later than that of Creature. Creature going for a robo follow-up, getting into potentially immortal production, which he will need, and here comes Trap. Looking at unit tab, Trap, he does have a Stalker advantage, and he can of course reinforce on the front lines. Yeah, 3 Stalkers can warp in at a time. Trap, he engages, he does try to lock down the army. Good blinks here by Creature, does blink away. Oh, actually blinking forward. Bold move. Takes out the Stalker, takes out the sentries. Not bad pickoffs here, but behind this is no shield by support. No, he gets baited! No! He baited! He gets baited, he does chase, and here come the reinforcements. Trap, he does overwhelm, and Trap, he will clean this up. He shuts down the army, the sentries, the stalkers. Creature, he has to pull back. At the same time, it ups a shade into the main, and probes aren't going down. Creature is getting pulled apart again. Creature, he blinked. He did not know what was waiting for him. Did not know that there were reinforcements. And with that, that may just be it here as Trap. He does dive forward, does focus on the Stalkers one after the other. There are some shield battery self-support, but there are only 2 Stalkers left. Trap, he backs off. He's going for the 3rd. There it is. A GG Trap. He will take game number 1. Oh my god. The 1G even, the 1G. Trap does take a lead in the series. But again, Creature, he was fighting quite well. He was controlling quite well against the army. It was just a shame that Creature did not know that there was a proxy there, that there were reinforcements warping in right in his face, and he dove into it, right? He face checked, and he just ran into a wall of Stalkers, and alas, he got punished for it. He got cleaned up, and that was game. That was game then and there. And with that, Trap takes a lead, and now we're getting ready for game number 2. We can go over the brackets after this series. We will be going over the challenge, so don't you worry. We will get there. As game 2 has been decided, we're going to be jumping into Amygdala Mio. Yo, shout out to Ryu! Gracias. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great time over on your own channel. Gracias. Buenas noches, by buenas noches. I know it's quite late in the land of Italy, and welcome everyone. Welcome one and all to the PiGosaur Monday number 7. This is an open tournament, open to all regions, all races, all shapes, all sizes here. And we have our first series. It's a PvP between Creature and Trap. When is Ryu playing in a PiGosaur Monday? When do you play again, Pat? When do you play again? One day. We'll see Ryu once again. But I hope you had a great time. I hope you had a good time. Of course, this event is also on the PTR. It's on the PTR. It's on the new map pool as well. And we'll be featuring some Zerg action later on in the bracket. Don't you worry. For now, though, we have a PvP. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the red Protoss player representing Root Gaming. It is Creature. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player from South Korea, representing Genji Esports. It is Trap. Here we go. Solo versus Maples is already happening. Nice. I mean, that would have been a really... that makes sense in my mind. I would imagine by the time we end this series, Solo versus Maples would have concluded as well. Like, doesn't Maples, like, just purely cannon rush? Like, I'm pretty sure that's what would have happened between him and Patches, and I would not be surprised if Maples just cannon rushes every game against Solar, and they finish by the time we finish here. There's a reason why I avoided that portion of the bracket. I'm like, aye. But here we go. Do you have our probes moving out? And we'll see how we do end up here. So far, 2-gate opener out of a Creature, likewise 2-gate opener out of Trap. And we'll see if we end up in kind of similar scenarios here. Last game, we just had our expansions. We were working towards the mid game. I mean, Creature, he wanted to play macro, wanted to get into a 3-base economy. He was denied it. We'll see if we can get there this time. Or we'll see if our players do kind of change their approach. Here we go. Don't know if I remember seeing Maples cannon rush. I've casted Maple's Cannon Rush before, but regardless whether he Cannon Rushes or not, he just cheeses. It's just all in, Spatty, all in. I don't think I've ever seen Maples play macro. That I can stand by. As the probe has arrived, going to be looking to get eyes on the opener here of Trap. It is going to be Stalker Sentry here. Likewise, ooh, double Adept out of Creature. Okay. Is going to go double Adept. Is going to be the aggressor, at least initially. As he's going double Adept into into Stargate. Okay, so a much more aggressive start here. He's going to be doubling down, going for Adept Harass and Oracles as well. But he wants to try to get into the Girl versus Wayne after. Usually when we focus on one portion of the bracket, we stick to it. So most likely we're going to be following Trap versus Creature into Nickrat into Shin. So we typically don't try to jump around. We don't try to jump around and head over to other matches. If I end up in one section of the bracket, I try to stick to it. Do try to stick to it. As Creature does shade across the map, does get past the army, and we'll see if he can get into that mineral line again. We do have a probe in position. Trap, he should be able to wall off. He should be safe and sound. So far, so good. Does keep up with the shades. Likewise, Oracle is on the way. Oh. As Trap does end up catching one of the Adepts. Very nice pickup. And now there's not that one-shot potential. Now suddenly this one Adept is that much less threatening. It can even shade into the main base, and it's going to have a hard time getting as much damage done. Trap pulling back. Checking his vision, he did scout with Hallucination, did confirm the Stargate, is aware of the Oracle, and Trap is getting ready. Trap is setting up here. We have 3 Stalkers in the main, we have 2 Stalkers and 3 Sentries with the natural. He should be fine. Should be secure. Oracle dips in, Oracle confirms, and has to get the hell out of here. Oh god, no! Oh, gets one probe. Ay. Gets one worker, does escape with its life. Can regenerate those shields. Can calm things down. Likewise, up safe threat in the natural. We do come into the shade. We get up. Oh, not quite a worker. Shield battery is done. And again, I mean, this is why 2 Adepts better than 1. They don't care about shield batteries. 1 Adept does. It's going to be shut down. Trap so far, defends. He defends quite nicely. Behind this, where is Creature headed? Once again, Twilight Council into Blink. Both players working towards Blink Stalkers. Both players working towards a gateway-based army. Creature once again looking to expand. Did set up a stasis trap here to delay the 3rd base of Trap. Now we saw last game Trap was hyper aggressive on 2 bases, did delay his 3rd for extra gateways, and he was able to end the game. This time though, there is no proxy setup and there are no extra gateways. Going for a robo follow-up. This will allow him to get into observers, into faster immortals. Very safe way to follow up here before expanding. So Trap playing a little safer this time. Meanwhile, Creature taking some more risk, is expanding, taking a faster 3rd base. 2 more gates on the way, so it's going to be 4 gate Blink on 3 bases here for Creature, at least initially. Stasis Trap's being thrown down. And Trap, his 3rd is delayed. Not bad. Stasis goes off. So thankfully the Oracle, even though it didn't really kill many workers, is still adding some value here to the game, to Creature. Does delay the 3rd. Backup 3rd on the way. Immortal production has begun for Trap, as we did mention. He's going to have quite a robust army, but he's not going to have as much pushing power yet. He's slowly going to be building up. Creature, faster Forge. He's doing Robo. Faster Forge, but only by a couple of seconds. With players working towards +1. And getting into the mid-game. Here we go. So we have Trap looking to intercept. Oh! Does catch Hallucination. Hallucination did confirm that, of course, the Twilight Council was still researching, so can deduce that it is going to be charged. I mean, Creature going for his own. Charge and +1 on the way. And now we can finally embrace the mid-game. We can get into a 3-base economy. It's something that Creature was denied last game, but now we can actually get into it. And we'll see how he compares to Trap. Let's go. I'm here for it. I am ready for it. He does take his gases. Mortal's going to be on the way. Really, I'm most curious about who's going to be the first to move out. Trap does have eyes on the main army. He is aware. He is aware of the main army. We'll see if he does feel the confidence to move out and try to engage. Creature going to be the first to expand, to getting a fourth. But Trap is moving out. And I believe Creature, he does at least have eyes on the Zone Naga. He does spot the army. Does reposition. The Observer does spot the reposition as well. So Trap knows that Creature knows. Oh, meanwhile, as the army's distracted, let's say shade into the natural. Oof. Yeah, Creature out of position. Probes are going down, getting 4 or 5 workers. Up, getting 6. So very nice damage here from Trap. Even getting up to 7. 7 probe kills Trap. He pulls back, taking a 4th base, going for the gold instead, so his 4th is going to be that much more valuable. And Trap takes an economic lead. Again, it wasn't anything major. It was quite subtle in what just happened, but it was very nicely done. Very nicely done here by Trap. Now we're building up. Trap already getting into Archon production. Do we have a Temple Archives here for Creature? We do not. Uh-oh. No Temple Archives. That means his charge is going to be that much less effective here. Knocking down those rocks, working towards the Dark Shrine. Hallucination does not quite get eyes on the 4th. But upon knocking down these rocks, Creature can try to threaten the expansion. You can try. Does move out. Hallucination does confirm. And Trappy sees the army. He knows. Moving on the right-hand side. So his mineral line is going to be exposed. But Trappy actually hasn't... Sorry, Creature he actually hasn't seen it. He doesn't know. He could. Moving towards the left. Checking the northern expansion. Still unaware of the 4th. He's going for the 3rd. Trappy can respond. Zelsa getting to the mineral line. Thankfully, there are some Archons ready for this. Boys being pulled. They're being pulled away here from the DTs. Probes are going down. 12 probe kills, not bad. What about the main fight, though? A fight that I'm not so sure Creature can really take. Yeah, Zealots go down. Archons pushing forward. No detection. That one DT putting in a lot of work. Yeah, but you can see here the Gateway army of Creature. It's falling. The Archons, the Zealots, the Immortals, now the Stalkers as well. There's that one DT the entire time that's been swiping away the army. It's putting in a lot of work. It's doing what it can. Prism goes down. With Creature, he will lose everything else. At the same time across the map, Zealots hit the 3rd. Probes went down. Worker counts are neck and neck. But Creature has the gold. And now, sorry, Trap has the gold. And now Creature knows. Now he's aware. Something he could have tried to abuse earlier. The DTs, they did a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, but Trap, he's still ahead. Still has that economic lead. And Creature, he lost all of his high-tech units. Lost everything. Has to rebuild from scratch. And Trap, he still maintains his Immortals. Still has the Immortals, building up more Zealots. The goal base is helping quite a lot here as well. And from here, Trap, he can soon move out. And without any other tech, I mean, there are Dark Templar available for Creature, and potentially can get something done, but, I mean, after the DTs got so much done previously, now there are cannons, right? Now there's a cannon here at the natural, at the 3rd, cannon on the way in the main, so Trap is being safe, being secure. Making sure the DTs don't catch him off guard again. Outside of that, something like Disruptors could be ideal. But there's no Bay, there's no Robotech for that. Trap is gearing up for his next push. Likewise, Creature also setting up some harass. Observer does get eyes on the main army. He sees the Mass Zealot. Trap has to respond. More Archons. Another Archons on the way. Army moves out. Creature does spot it with the Zelnaga. Getting in position. We'll have some shield battery support. True. We'll have some shield batteries. But Trap, he does have the supply lead. Does have an overwhelming army. He's got 5 Archons. That's a lot of Archons back. He's going for the Zealots. It does go right for them. The Zealots here of Creature, they're going to melt. Creature's own Archons, they're putting in some work as well, but one of them's going to get surrounded. Nice control. Creature does pull back. Does save one of the Archons, but the other 2, they go down, and GG gets called. There's just a little bit too much to handle, and Trap will overwhelm. Trap will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Trap, he will take the series, will advance on. My condolences to Creature. Game 1 was unfortunate, to say the least, for Creature to be kind of caught with his pants down. As we saw here in Game 2, we had more of a back and forth, and Creature was able to at least get into his own 3 and even 4 base economy. But alas, Creature, unfortunately, he wasn't aware of the 4th base of his opponent. He wasn't able to try to punish it. He committed to a rough fight as a result. DTs were doing a lot of damage, but yeah, the main fight was rough. Regardless, GG. GG, well played. Trap will advance on, and let's find out what updates we do have, and if Trap has an opponent. Let's go. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look back at yourselves.